Hello, hello, and welcome back to Last Pixel Standing. We're playing Project Highrise. So, we started putting in all our large offices. We have our large shops getting started, and we're building a number of new floors along the way. We have a decent amount of services, and they seem to be doing just fine servicing all our offices as they are currently. So let's keep ourselves going and see what they're all going to accomplish here. We're going to need a couple new things. We have to get health services in order to put in our technical offices, in fact. So they need health and fitness. And that's why we're building the new basement level. So once that has finished up, we can start putting all sorts of new things in there. Just checking. Yeah, we needed 3 different things for this. So let's plop it down right about here and feed down all those services to the lower floor here. Phone line and water. Okay, so as we see, they're finishing up these upper floors. We're going to need the boxes going all the way up to here. And to finish off our contract for the shopping showcase, we also are going to need a large grocery store. It's going to be the last of our large stores to be put in, giving us one of each type now in our building. And they are going to require... Oh, tasty profits. I got a new achievement. Of course, we're making well over $17,000 every single day, which isn't shabby. So, let's see. They just need electric and phone like everybody else. Let us throw down Black Trunk Shop or the Midtown Quality Shop. Meticulously stacked fruit, aged organic meat, artisanal cheese, fine wine. It's an upscale grocery store. Let's go with the Midtown Quality here. And get its connections. And now that's all set. Gonna start wiring in all the offices as well. And we just completed the shopping showcase. So let's see what high-level contracts we have right here. Corporate bigwigs. Reward of 15,000. So attract 3 headquarter corporations. We're not quite ready for that. And luxury restaurants, luxury stores. I think the next thing I'm gonna do is the luxury stores, in fact, because as I stated before, you need a separating level between the restaurants and the stores because of the hate of smells. And with that being said, since all these stores have been stacked up here, if I put luxury stores next, I can then get to the blank floor and the restaurants finally. It's going to take a good amount of levels, but it'll be worth it. So let's pick luxury boutiques as our next contract. It might take us a little bit, but it will be well worth it. And start wiring in all of these. We may need actually a couple floors of medium offices yet again, since we do need more law firms for the headquartered law firm office. Of course, that won't be too important until we get all the other prerequisites, so I'm not that worried about it. But, tech offices, we have everything needed now, so I can start putting these in. And as for this, we wanted another grouping of financial. You know, why not? We got 1,020 income per day from one single office. That is just a fantastic rollover here. So I think what we're going to shove over here as well is going to be all those creative offices here. And we don't have anything left at the moment, and to be honest, right now I want to try and focus on putting art for all the different stores and offices that we have so far built that seem to enjoy that above all. And then I'm going to check on our services, see how we're doing on that. Since we have 16,526, I know that we can do a couple things. We're going to need a little bit more influence in order to get up to medium artworks. But I think that is going to be my next aim. Yeah. Okay. So, as per the other levels, let's put some art right here and right here. And now I got the Decorator's Touch achievement. So we're getting a lot of achievements right here, and it's working out quite fine. We don't have any money really anymore. Oh man, I forgot to put that in. Thankfully we didn't really put anything in here. But I want to extend that over with just the last amount of money I have. And come midnight, we'll get a good amount more. And it looks like we are having a little bit of renovation needed. So, upon the next income boost, which will be well over, from what I'm thinking, about 23,000 come this midnight, we'll be perfectly fine to put in as many new things as we want. Renovate all the old stuff, get our artwork moving as we see fit, and it's working out perfectly in my opinion. We're not going too fast, we're not going too slow, and we are giving every office as much as we can. For some reason they dislike the foot traffic? See, this is something that I don't quite understand, because, for example, like I said, they don't like being close to the elevators, so they're away from the elevators. They are next to artwork, and at the same time, they are the only people on this side, so not a single person walks by that office to get to a new office. The only foot traffic that is really going to this office right here is the people who work there themselves. All the shops seem fairly happy, except for some reason the employees aren't happy here, but that's the only bit that is bad. Even our lower floors seem to be doing okay. The rent's lower than they expect. Very nice. And we're still making bank. Yeah, like I said, over 23,885. We are rolling in money, and I can basically do as I please with these different levels, since I have the income. I kind of want to brighten them up, but for now, let's just focus on artwork. So let's put one more artwork right here for this shop. You have everything but a bust and this picture right here. We still have a decent amount. All the services seem okay. We are running okay on that. Okay on that. And we still have a good amount of phone connections as well. So everything seems to be running like clockwork. And I'm going to start building a couple more floors of the medium for that law firm, and also to round out the luxury shops and restaurants and such that are going to be going in. We also have enough for art dealers. Which, as per usual, can go into these empty spaces right here. And since it does look a little ugly without having wallpaper, there you go. And it's asking me if I've built a metro station. And we have one right there. Now, remember what I said about how busy it was going to get once we have a larger population? Non-stop flow of people back and forth through my little transit station here. So we are a very, very busy little grouping here. Our maintenance, can renovate all those. And with the next grouping of income, I will start upon the next few floors. So what do we have available to us for, say, luxury goods stores? They are actually a lot smaller, in fact. So, attempted media campaign, foot traffic is required for luxury stores. Thankfully enough, I have plenty of buzz. I haven't been going overboard with them because I haven't seemed to need them that much. But I can't check right this moment what the other requirements are until I've actually built them. That is actually kind of unfortunate. But I do not want to start building them without at least a couple more floors. They don't take 2 floors up like the large stores do, but they undoubtedly have a couple needs that I am going to look into. And with all this money, I can afford a couple floors. And services. Well, not services, but utilities. And up you go. Start building, my people. We've gotten a couple more possibilities here. I think a tech... No, the tech's like being close as well. So honestly, a creative office and the engineering office, like I said, they have a dislike regardless of the fact that they are away from the elevators and they're far from the other foot traffic of the office over here. So what I want is another creative office in here. Because they're the only ones who aren't going to complain from being too far from an elevator or too close to foot traffic that doesn't seem to exist for whatever reason they have to complain. These guys, our regular customers are going elsewhere. I'm not quite sure. Oh, they're gaining more regular customers. Okay. I'm not quite sure what I could do about this. We literally haven't built any more restaurants because it seems like they have a major problem in the venue of trying to get a good chunk of customer base if there are too many competing. The shops, because they're more diverse, people will shop for multiple things at multiple shops during a single day, whereas with the restaurants, you go to dinner, you go to dinner. You only go to one restaurant. But I was hoping that the fairly sizable population that my tower has reached would compensate for that. Well, either way, as I have said, we're going to want a little bit of large or medium offices again. And then, since that's not really too big of a deal, and it should fulfill the law office need, we'll start building more large offices up on there. But first, we gotta make sure everybody is taken care of for phone and electric. I don't know why I switched to phone up here, but hey. Okay. So all electric is done. And phone, everybody has a line now. So what I'm going to be doing with these levels, I mean, honestly, the legal offices aren't too bad on their income. The only ones that are higher are the creative offices. But since we do need the prerequisite, I'm going to keep putting out ads for the legals. We haven't had any more creative offices. And since we're going to have more up here, I will put out an ad for them as well. But as for financial, another 1,030 income per day. And a tech office, which likes being close to the elevators as well. Once these creative offices have come in from ads, that'll be perfect. Once I've filled these floors, by the way, I'm also going to start building up the luxury shops. But I want as much population as possible in order to guarantee to as much as I possibly can giving them what they need for in order of wow, I'm rambling, of customers, as many customers as they possibly can get, so that I don't have a huge problem with people complaining, wanting to move out, etc., etc. So the creative and legal offices are almost here again. Let's shove you in, and another Add campaign. Only one creative office showed up. That's perfectly fine by me. And let's make him feel a little more at home, too. Can't build a medium just yet. But let's shove in another little art piece here. We have 28 prestige, which is pretty nice. It also means that the people downstairs are not going to complain about their rent. Now, I found in other playthroughs a lot of times that you end up having a number of complaints having to do with that. It also seems that our janitors need a little bit of help, which I do not have a problem giving them. We can shove another janitor's office. Maybe two, even? Can we fit them? We can fit one right here. Right here. That'll work out just fine. So let's give them their water and electricity. And hopefully that will give... Yeah, now they're not all angry anymore. They're getting a lot happier, and we are back on a perfectly fine course. Now, these guys should have come back. We got 2 more legal offices with pretty impressive rent, actually. The creative offices haven't finished just yet. $28,629, and we just got yet another achievement, phoning it in. So if you're watching and you want to try to see where the correlation between some of the achievements are, you know, right now we're rolling in it. Only one creative firm, and now we have a whole bunch of legal firms here. Okay, so for the most part, that's all set. We have completed this level and almost completed these 2 levels. So now, what's most important for me is trying to figure out what we're going to do with luxury. Now, we need the foot traffic. Yes. And let's just check out what we're going to be dealing with. So they like being near art, hate noise, hate smells, like high traffic. And their build cost is pretty high. But they seem relatively similar to all the other stores. So we're gonna see about putting in quite a few luxury stores. Well, I mean, at least enough to warrant their high costs. But they don't seem to require all that much more than anything else, say. Actually, that would take up the entire floor. So I'm thinking... And they won't like noise. So let's move it just a little bit over here and have a much smaller walkway between them. And since I need that entire foot traffic active, media campaign active, I might as well put in whatever I can while I can. So let's get a Chinese shop and boutique benefits. We got another shop right here. Art, high traffic, hate noise, hate smells. Let's see. They all seem very similar. So, most expensive of that. Most expensive of that. Orchid and Stag Gallery. And we have perfect 2 more different types. And we're done with that. So, Sarah Butkus or Kathy Mayer. Just because her name is Butkus, we gotta put her in. And Fine Wine Merchants, the Braun Wine Importers. So let's get these gentlemen hooked up to our electrical systems and our phone systems. Let's even out their pretty little levels. And since I want them to be as happy as possible right off the bat, let's put artwork. And I'm going to have some medium sculptures put right here between them and the elevators once I have unlocked, which will be fairly soon, the medium artwork. Our creative office still needs a little bit of time too. So now let's look at how our electricity, good, and phone. Phone is getting a little low. And we just completed the luxury boutiques contract. Is there even anything past that for shops? No. Now we're going to have to be moving on to the restaurants. And again, since headquarters require luxury gourmet restaurants, this will be the contract that I make. Let's shove in another phone line right here. So now we have 400 possible lines, which is fine. Now let's look in on our luxury goods. The chinaware, the jewelry, all that artwork. They seem to think that it's too noisy here. Where's that noise coming from? The large shop. Huh. Guess I didn't think too far ahead on that one. Thankfully, though, they do have a boost from being near nice things, and as soon as business starts going full force, they should be happy with all of their customer base. And of course, like I said, soon enough I'll unlock the medium artwork, and I'll put some right next to them to make them even happier. So that's about it for the time that I have for this episode, but we've made a lot of progress. Put in a whole lot of large offices. We have flushed out 2 more levels of law offices in order for the headquartered law offices to be built once we have done the gourmet restaurant prerequisites. And we have put in a total of 6, so 1 of each kind of luxury shops. And our income is out of this world, and I imagine once midnight hits, we will see a large jump in income as well. So, without further ado, as always, would you kindly subscribe if you could, like if you would, and I'll see you next time on Last Pixel Standing, Project Highrise. Goodbye.